So I haven't really made a video in a while, but I haven't really had much to. Van life has not been going has not been going real good lately. Um, the place I was now finding a job that I like to go to is my main objective. That's really what I want. I want to enjoy going to work. I want to look forward to going to work. I don't really care about the money that much, but I don't want to dread going into work. Now, and I had a job that was I really liked, and the place closed last week for good. I went and had an interview at another place last Friday, and they offered me a job. I accepted. They said they were going to send me an email of an offer, and I haven't gotten an email. Matter of fact, I got an email from them that said something along the lines of, we've decided to move on with other candidates. It was like a generic email. So I don't really know, like, why they would offer me a job and then nobody would, like, if they don't want me working there, why would nobody call me and let me know? They're just leaving me hanging. So that's kind of shitty of them. So if anybody wants to go on Google and give them a bad review, it's called the Planters Inn. It's on Market Street in Charleston. Give them a bad review. So I'm running out of money. I really don't have a whole lot of options. I don't know a lot of people. See, that's the thing. Like, when I was where I grew up, like, I could make a couple phone calls and have a job within an hour. I don't know people around here like that. I have to go and sell myself, you know. I don't know where to go. I don't know what the good places are to work. Like, I knew all that stuff, but you know, going to. I mean, this is kind of like I put myself in this position. You know, going to cities, not knowing anybody, and just. I really have to. My cost of living has to go down. You know, because I don't know how people do it. Like, living on their own with an apartment and water bills and rent and everything. Like, I made okay money where I worked, and I still struggled, like, living in a fucking van where I don't have my only bills is like my cell phone bill and putting gas in the car. And I didn't even have to pay for food because I worked at a restaurant. Anyways, I need to find a job. Now, originally I had thought, like, maybe I'll go to a different state, like, but I don't even know where to. I don't know anybody to, like. I guess I really don't need to, but I kind of lucked out when I came here. Things just kind of fell into place, and now I've been here for 9 months or so, maybe close to a year, and that wasn't really my whole objective when I started living out of a van. I wanted to go see different parts of the country, which I did. But now I'm like, you know, the longest I ever stayed somewhere was like maybe 5 or 6 months. Now I'm here almost a year. And I really wanted to, like, try out like another place, but, like, I just don't have the money to do it. Like, I don't want to just go relocate to another city, like, with not having any money. You know, I have to at least have, like, a little savings where if something happens to the van, because the van's not only my van, but it's my home. You know, so if something happens to it, like, I'm screwed. Like, right now, this is a rough week. Like, there's a cold spell. I'm in South Carolina, and you know, I came here because of the weather. Really, I like being near a beach, and I like the warm weather. But it was 18 degrees the other night. And, like, this whole week, like, there's snow on the ground, and, like, people here have never even seen snow. I was driving last night in the snow. I was literally the only person on the road. There wasn't even any tire tracks on the road. I was the only person who was driving on the road last night. And I thought that was great, because it really was like, 2 inches of snow. Like, I'm used to, like, living the whole winter with 2 inches, with at least that, you know, 30 inches of snow. But, like, where I lived, like, they would salt the roads, plows would be out. Like, they don't have any of that stuff here. It's just, like, when it snows, people just, like, all right, we'll just stay inside until it melts, and then we'll come back out. Like, Walmart was closed with 2 inches of snow. That's crazy. Um, so that kind of put a damper on the whole looking for a job kind of thing this week. Now there's places where I can get a job, but I don't want to work there. Like I do a lot of like gig work where I just work in a place for like a day or two or whatever, like a few days here and there. And places that have offered me jobs, but I don't want to work there on a permanent basis. Like going there every once in a while to make $150 or something, like that's okay if I need the money. But like there's like places like I'm not going and working at some of these places that like I don't know. I think I was really spoiled at this last place I worked at because everything. I mean, everything about it was nice. They treated me good. I had a lot of freedom. As long as I did what I was supposed to do, nobody bothered me. And like some places, like if you do, okay, let's say I go and I do an hour's worth of work in 20 minutes. Like I could at this place I could do if I did an hour's worth of work in 20 minutes, 40 minutes I could fuck off. But then there's other places where you do 20 minutes of work or an hour's worth of work in 20 minutes, and the other 40 minutes they want you to do in 2 more hours worth of work. Anyways, I guess that's the best way I have to describe it. I just I want a place where I'm not treated like a child, and my job description is very it will be clear. I'm not treated like a child. Um, I don't want to work in them. I'm not a good morning person. It's not because I'm not up in the morning. I'm up super early, but I need like 2 to 3 hours in the morning just to get mentally prepared for the day to deal with people. Like I'll sit here and I don't even know what I do for that time. Because I sit here and I fiddle with stuff and I read things. I'm big on I like history. I like a lot of different kinds of sciences, chemistry and physics especially. But I love history. I love geopolitics. Um, I'm kind of nerdy when it comes to that kind of stuff. Um, I just like to be able to not sound like an idiot in a conversation about topics that I should know about. But I did I did some remodeling in the van. Now this is my big thing. I got this on eBay. It's a Mack truck hood ornament. I got it on eBay. Now they were selling them for like $100, $200. Now I found this one for $40, but it had the bolts were broken off into where it goes, into the hood. So I had to drill it out. So I drilled out the bolts that were stuck in there, and then I took these screws, and I don't know if you can see it, but I epoxied them. I epoxied the screws in there, so they're set. They're pretty much set now. I did it about 24 hours ago, so maybe tomorrow I make a couple. I gotta put 2 holes in my hood. Put the hood ornament on, secure it, and I think it's gonna look pretty cool on a Dodge Caravan. And I did everything I could do to make it as secure as possible. So I don't think I'll have a problem with that because I made the holes in the legs here like a good like 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. But I have to drill through 2 parts of the hood too. It's I'm gonna post a video when it's done. I'll try to post a video of the actual process, but definitely of a picture of when it's done, what it looks like. And I still have to come up with a color to paint the wheels. There's like 3 or 4 colors that I was looking at online. The company's called Eastman, and they make wheel paint. There's a cool like a red pearl color. There's a jade green. I was looking at the chrome, but the chrome I think will look too much just like a regular. I want it to look different. So I was thinking red, purple, green. I had them blue like before I did them black, which they are now, I tried blue, and I didn't like the blue. The blue looked stupid. Um, see, the van is white, so I don't really know, like pretty much any color I can get, but I also don't want to look like a clown. And I think like the jade green, I might look like a clown. Um, I don't know. I could even do half and half. Like I could split the. That would be complicated, but I could do that. I could do half the wheel one color, half the wheel the other color. I just want it to look different. So I'll figure something out. If anyone has any suggestions, please leave me a comment about it. What you think would look cool. I got. Okay, I'll give you a little tour of the inside of the van. This is my purple velvet curtains that I just got. I don't know if you can really see everything, but this is what my view from the bed when I'm laying down. I have all the lights up here. There's my mushroom guy, and my Etch-a-Sketch, and my pineapple. Now I have to Velcro my vapes all over the walls because I lose them if I don't. I still have my ghost lights and my bats from Halloween, and I have my Christmas lights are still up. I'm never gonna take them down. My clock. And my humidifier, which I should probably use more because my nose is all dried up. I forget how to even turn it on. Oh, there we go. Now I just got another power bank. I use them like pretty much constantly because I always have something to charge in here. I think like 3 or 4. I have 4 power banks right now, and one of them I had 5. Some girl took one, never returned it. I guess she thought it was a hoodie. So I always had, like, between the lights and my phone, I have to charge the power banks. And here's my my bank. It's a piñata, a shark piñata. I change my piñata every few months, because they get worn out from putting change in them and stuff, and I just like to switch it up every once in a while. So the one time my piñata had like $400 in it. Right now it's probably like, I don't know, $20 or $30 maybe. But when I go to the laundromat to do laundry, I always get way more quarters than I need because I like to put the change into my piñata. Let's see. There's all my baskets full of stuff. There's my dirty laundry. My clean laundry of keeping the corners. This is probably hard to follow, but... And then I have these. I don't know what I'm doing with these yet. But like I'll have the Sesame Street one there, and the dogs over there. I have a South Park one. And the Kool-Aid guy. So I gotta figure out where to put them. And that's one of the things, that's how I pass my time a lot, is by doing dumb shit in the van. Like this was probably like, I probably have 10 hours in on this, between mostly like drilling the holes out. And I had to buy so many tools like that I didn't have, just trying stuff on it before I actually found something that worked. I would go to Harbor Freight, and there was this girl working at Harbor Freight that I wanted to talk to also. But I go there and get all these. I have so many crazy tools. I have tools that I don't even know what they do. But anyways, like I have a couple jobs set up like in the next couple of weeks, but not enough. I need to find something regular. And it's getting a little depressing. Now, one of the nice parts is not right now. I'm parked in my buddy's driveway. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm parked in my friend's driveway because I run an extension cord into my van, and I just have a little space heater on because it is frigid. If I don't have the car running, if I turn the car off, like it's within 10 minutes, I'm frozen. My feet were numb. Like it was the couple nights before I started parking here. A couple nights it got really bad. It was tough. But I'll do this for like it's not supposed to be like this weather's not supposed to last that long. I think it's like a week or something. But I can't wait for another I think it's like March maybe or so it gets warm here, and like it stays warm for like 9 months here. So I love the heat. I'll take 90 degrees and humid all day over 20 degrees because I can't stand the cold. That's why that is really the main reason why I started living out of a van. I was in Pennsylvania, and it was October. It was beginning of October, and it was sleeting, and I was like, oh man, it's just like that's the sign the winter's starting, and I was like, I can't do another winter here. So I just kind of. That's when I got the van, and I just took off. And it was the best decision I ever made. So I talked to so many people that are back in the same position I was in a few years ago, and they're hating life. And it's 10 degrees there. They got 8 inches of snow. There's nothing to do. It's cold out. Like it takes like 15 minutes to get ready just to leave your house. Boots and multiple socks and jackets and flannel lined jeans and hats and scarves. And then you get somewhere and you take it all off. You don't want to track the snow into people's houses, and it's just a nightmare. I'd rather wake up in the morning, throw some sandals on, and that's it. I'm ready. I obviously I don't have a lot of it doesn't take me long to get ready in the morning. I don't have a lot of I'm not real high maintenance, which doesn't really make sense that why I need 2 to 3 hours to get ready in the morning, but that's mostly a mental thing. Now if I ever had a job that started at 8 o'clock in the morning, I might last a couple weeks with it. The last time I had a job that started early. I was living in Pennsylvania. Man, I hated every day. Every day of it, I hated. I don't. It's difficult to talk to a phone. So, I like when people who watched my videos, I like when they comment on stuff or ask me questions or something. Like I don't care about likes and follows and that kind of stuff. I don't even know what that does. But I like when people comment on and ask me questions, or just tell me, hey, your van looks cool, or I live in a van also, and I know there's a lot of us out there. Not everybody lives in a van because they ran into some tough luck. A lot of people live in vans. Like I live in my van because I want to live in my van. I like it. Like I love this lifestyle. There's a lot of freedom. But people, they don't really. It seems like everybody that I meet, I try to tell them about the van situation, like pretty quickly, because I can tell by the person's reaction whether or not I'm gonna get along with them. If I tell somebody that I'm living in my van, I can see in their face that they're like, almost like I have a disease or something. Like they don't want to be near me. Like I must be dirty or something. I don't know. People are fucking weird. But if I meet somebody and I'm like, I live in my van, and they're like, oh, that's awesome, then I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to get along with that person. But that's rare. It's rare that you meet somebody that's even interested in seeing the van. Like I'll say this, I'll meet somebody and I'll be like, oh yeah, you want to see it? And they'll be like, no, that's all right. I want to show people, like I like showing people the van. It's funny. There's a lot of funny stuff in here. You know, little quirky things that I have, and like, I don't know. I like decorating my van with weird things, and I don't know what I would do without the van. My last van was a Toyota, and I liked that one too, but it gave me a lot of problems. And but I used to talk to it. I used to promise it I was going to change the oil and stuff. I'd be like, don't worry. Don't worry, I got you. Next week. But I take really good care of my vehicles. This van has 305,000 miles on it. And if you look on the outside, there's no dents, stings, scratches. I mean, it looks like, it doesn't look like it has 300,000 miles on it. The inside might look a little strange, but the outside looks normal. I was thinking about maybe trying to like sell, I don't know how I would go about doing this, but selling advertising on my van, like letting a local business like put their logo or whatever and their phone number on the side of my van, and just sell them, like they pay me monthly or something. I don't know. Give me like $300 a month and I'll put your name inside my van. You know, what do I care? So if anybody's ever heard of someone doing that, I know like people have gotten tattoos and stuff like that, but I'm not trying to do all that. I just want to put shit on my van. But you know, anything to make a couple extra bucks. Oh, and I don't know if I even talked about this, but I started a business last summer. Well, I kind of stopped when the weather got bad, but I got business cards made and everything. Where are they? But I'm going to like clean people's garbage cans, like the recycling and the regular garbage cans that they put out in front of their house. Like the shit's like they're dirty, and like people got to drag them back and forth, and like they stink. There's maggots and all. I don't care about that shit. I have like stuff to de-smell them and everything. Like as long as I can wear gloves, I'll pretty much do anything. Because it feels like I really didn't do it if I have gloves on. Like I feel like if I don't actually touch the sliminess or the scumminess, like it didn't happen. If there's gloves on, I don't know. I think I trained myself to think like that. So I think maybe I should start hustling that up, even though it's cold. Like, yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's got to be a little warmer to do that. You know, because I'll show up at the people's house and I got Brillo pads and everything, and lemon ammonia. Like I got a lot of. I spent like $300 on supplies for it. But it was like the end of when I started, it was like the end of the nice weather, so like I didn't really get a chance to like get too heavy into it. But when the weather starts getting nicer, I'll start pounding the pavement and getting business cards and stuff, and see if I can get some business that way. Because there's no overhead; it's just me and labor. So I have all the supplies, and I was charging $20 a can, which I think is maybe a little high. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I'm done rambling. I'll make another video in a few days when and I'll be sure to post when this guy's done. Have a good night.